Hi everyone, this is Gabe from CGRundertow. All Call of Duty games since Call of Duty 2 have been released on consoles in addition to the PC, but this wasn't always the case. The original Call of Duty was a PC-only title, and until its port on the 360 last year, many gamers, myself included, had never played a game in the series, so Activision gave Spark Unlimited the task of making a console-based Call of Duty game. This is their attempt at doing so. This is Call of Duty: Finest Hour for the Gamecube. Now, when this was released in 2004, most of the people that bought it were new to the series, and due to this, we really didn't know what to expect in a Call of Duty game yet. However, after coming back to this 7 years after its release, I can't help but notice that it doesn't really feel like a Call of Duty game. There are a few reasons for this. First, the controls in Finest Hour feel much clunkier than any of the other installments. It doesn't feel robotic exactly, but it takes a little bit away from the overall experience. In other games in the series, throwing a grenade, for example, is a simple task. But Finest Hour just doesn't quite capture that same feel. In addition, the health system is a lot different in Finest Hour. Instead of having the standard auto-regenerating health system, the game relies on a bar that only fills with the aid of health packs. Now, while I prefer the other system, the nice thing about these health packs is that you can use them to heal your squad mates. Or you can just let them die. Your choice. The other reason that this game just doesn't feel like a Call of Duty game is its story. While most of the other Call of Duty games feature stories that vary between action-packed and depressing, this game never really gets out of the latter category. The game's campaign plays out in an extremely dark tone. Now I feel like putting on a little bit of The Cure and sitting in a room with the lights off. Call of Duty: Finest Hour is also one of the glitchiest games in the series. Now, that isn't saying much, since most of the others were relatively bug-free, but it's worth noting. Heads sometimes just twitch randomly, and little details just really take you out of the game. In addition to the bugs, animations definitely show their age. If a German soldier is in the middle of a movement when you shoot at him, get ready for him to do a zombie cartwheel before he dies. He's only zombie for maybe 1 or 2 seconds, but that makes this the real first iteration of Nazi zombies. Graphics are not actually that bad for a Call of Duty game. Faces aren't perfect, but considering that this game is 7 years old, they look pretty good, especially when they aren't moving. Environments also really help to convey the gritty nature of World War II, and that's something that not every Call of Duty game can say. Now, there is one component that, for whatever reason, is completely missing from this version of Finest Hour. There isn't any multiplayer. Now, I know that the Gamecube didn't have as much focus on this, but Call of Duty is still built around having fun with your friends. It just baffles me. Not even a 4-person deathmatch. Needless to say, if you want to do that, buy it on the 360 or the PS2. Call of Duty: Finest Hour was a very average experiment in an otherwise extremely impressive series. If you're a big fan of shooters, or the Call of Duty series, there is some fun to be had with this game, but it really doesn't do the Call of Duty brand justice. This is the finest hour of the series in name only.